Good evening and welcome to the Post Cafe, where the art of conversation comes alive. Highlighting a new era of the Post Cafe where artistic voices comes alive. As we welcome everyone into and across the threshold of a new beginning, we will honor the voices and faces on our second anniversary. Today's stories will mark a new chapter on the billboard for artists, writers, singers, poets, painters, and crafters. Many with gifted talent, sharing stories of yesterday, today, and stories untold. Poetically speaking. Welcome to the Post Cafe with Ron C. McCray and Terry Benjamin. We will continue on our journey into a new romance novel of relationship with music as lit, of the soul and rhythm moving the body from side to side, leaving only memories for our audience as we move forward in today's show. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Now, let's get started into our show and listen to the voices of the shadow winds blow, poetically speaking.
If it is Thursday, it must be, poetically speaking. Our engineer for this evening is Brother Jeff. I want to get our VIPs settled as soon as we can. But I just want to announce today's agenda. Today's agenda, Tupac Amaru Shakur, the legacy. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about Tupac today. Because again, it's so funny. As we were before the show, we were talking about the fact that a lot of times people don't see rappers as writers or poets as writers. They think a writer is somebody who wrote a book, whether it be nonfiction or fiction. But writers and poets are writers. Songwriters are writers. And so before we get in it too deeply, I want to go to get our folks into the VIP lounge because we want to make sure that you're settled so you can enjoy the show even more. And so in the VIP lounge this evening, Sylvia Carter, Dina Robinson, Dennis Woodyard, Mark Roberts, Andrew Green, O'Hara Gio Petaway, Marty Brandon, Regina Mellison Jackson, Joanne Blount, Isu Canty, Pat Hughes, Laura Flashberg, Tony McQueen, Richard Medley, Robert Cabestock, Peggy Rose Oliver, Monica Sane, Sheila Brown Bird, Mary McDonald Swindell, Ruby Shivers, Mahogany Soul, Yvonne Tomlinson, Deborah Johnson LeGrand, Bonita Floyd Ward, Deborah Dozier, Poochie Amanda Jones, Harry Mars, Jacqueline Elaine Collins, Regina Millerson Jackson, Michael Mago, Edgar McKenzie, Katrina Madison, Tyson T. Robinson, Sankofa Sojourns, Candy Jackson, Paula Braxton, Laretha Foster Bram, Richard Medley checking in. He said, Richard Medley is watching. God bless you, Richard. He's one of our day ones. Really appreciate that, brother. And so let us continue. Like I said, today is we're going to look at the legacy of Tupac Amaru Shakur. And again, his dates are 1971 to 1996. Brother passed at 25 years of age. I just wonder what he could have done if he was around a little longer. It's a beautiful brother, a beautiful spirit, definitely gone too soon. The quote of the day is from the brother, and it says here, and this is from the insert of this cover of Vibe magazine. And this is Tupac Shakur. And he says here, I believe that everything you do bad comes back to you. So everything that I do that's bad, I'm going to suffer for it. But in my heart, I believe that I believe what I'm doing is right. So I feel like I'm going to heaven. And this is from June 1996. And so again, a young man just gone too soon with so much promise and so much talent, not just as a rapper, but also as an actor. And I would imagine, Ron, that he would have gone on and wrote books, whether it be fiction, nonfiction, or whatever. Just it's so sad, man. We take life for granted. Here's a brother snuffed out at age 25. Just imagine what he could have done if he lived to be even 50, even 60 or 70. So again, we're going to talk some more about the brother Tupac. But what I want to do, I want to segue into another segment of our program. And again, this is a part that I always look forward to because I never know what is going to happen in this segment. And of course, I'm talking about Ron's poetry. So what do you have for us tonight, Ron?
Well, a couple of things. One, I'd like to start out this way. It's a time and season. Mm-hmm. Yes, unfortunately, the brother lost his life, but it's a time and season. And then you look at each and every human being long before him, long before us. Mm-hmm. Young, middle age, or older ones. Mm-hmm. You never know how you look at it. So we only have the moment in this time and in this season to develop, to do whatever you're going to do. Do it now. Don't wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow's not promised. Yesterday's gone. That's right. And you know not what forth an hour may bring. That's right. I just want to also, before I read something, I want to read something, because this is important. And this is in short, right? Because I'm not going to read the whole thing. This one is in reference to Denmark Vesey, all right? And I'm going to explain why. So I'm going to kind of skip down and just give you a synopsis as to why I'm reading this. And I'm going to start here. It sounds like a little vague, but anyway, let me just start here. African Methodist Episcopal, AME Church, congregation in the city, today known as Mother Emanuel. The congregation began with the support of white clergy and with over 1,840 members, rapidly became the second largest AME congregation in the nation. His insurrection, which was to take place on Bastille Day, 14 July 1822, became known to thousands of blacks throughout Charleston, South Carolina, and along the Carolina coast. The plot called for Vesey and his group of enslaved people and free blacks to execute their enslaver and temporarily liberate the city of Charleston. Vesey and his followers planned to sail to Haiti to escape retaliation. Two enslaved men opposed to Vesey's scheme leaked the plot. Charleston's authority charged 131 men with conspiracy. In total, 67 men were convicted and 35 hanged, including Denmark Vesey. Historians Douglas Egerton suggested that Vesey could be the consummate and Akan-speaking people. I have to go back and revisit it. Origin, based on remembrance by the free black carpenter who knew Vesey towards the end of his life. I said that and I brought that out because it just in short, Black History Month every day is our cultural history, black culture, to know what's going on, just like the brother read and presented Tupac dying young. Look at the exact same thing that happened back in 1820-something still exists today. Conspiracy. You hear the man talk about conspiracy theory, but no facts. And so the moment somebody think that something's going to take place, then somebody else run out the door and go tell everything. That's why Harry Tubman said, no. I'm going to kill you here. Because you're not going to run back and run off the mountain. And that's what you have today in this day and age, 2026. You're always going to have somebody tell them something that they have no business telling based on what they thought or think and without facts. That's right. Conspiracy. So now you end up in jail, in court, or beaten up, choked, stomped, and everything else based on what somebody thought might happen, but without facts. Wow. So I just wanted to bring that out to you because, again, you hear talking about your history. That is history. That took place way back in 1820-something. Wow. That's amazing. But your president talking about he's the greatest president since the beginning of time. Nevertheless, I just want you to know that's just my opinion now. But
that's
let
crazy.
Me read this.
Crazy.
This one is My Son. S-U-N, not S-O-N, but you can tie that into your son, right. S-O-N.
Oh, man, beautiful. Yeah.
Under the canopy of heaven, the sun, as illuminated energy resonate through every micro vein of my body, yet left no pain from yesterday, only the love I remember through the stars at night, to cool off from dehydration, as the moon watches over me while I sleep. I had pleasant thoughts about how wonderful my life is. In the stillness of the heated moment, the sun never scorched the outer layer of my skin, but reminds me of the slow pace I yearn for. My sun, the warmth of the sun, is a masterpiece that epistemology is too far from my eyes to stare at head on. Gazing at the sun is the metaphor for the full scope of appreciation for its purpose in my life. Beyond imagination, but I give my full attention to the life it bestowed upon me, a day full of joy, and to why I need the sun in my life. The sun is the source of earth warmth without waste, but it radiates its energy throughout every element as the globe turns slowly, balancing the radiance through the greater power of God. God's command. Without the sun in my life, darkness will be the shades of nothing, and the moon will sleep beneath the non-existence moment. I remember how grateful I am for the sun, moon, and stars, which are the main source of life that sustains all my needs according to God's higher blessings. My sun whispers from the start of my day, every microsecond, turning me into a slow brew of sensation, rendering all the vitamin D a source of power to get me going, like an engine needing fuel to run. My sun, one to praise, never take for granted, but raise the bar for the life it sustains each and every day. We also refine our understanding of how precious life is as the sun brightens a new day. The importance of the sun is like water without its purpose to quench the thirst for more. What is the epistemology of the sun? That it accepts that the sphere of it. Our soul will gaze into the dark shadows of nothing. My son, I will treasure every moment, morning, noon, and night, for it never sleeps, but it always there to wake me from a restful, soothing quietness as the body is rejuvenated for another journey. From the stillness will life around me continues to grow. My son appreciates it, cherish it, and pray for the time spent with it. Love it from the heat of day to cool of winter through the spring and summer days as the earth in all its array blooms with full radiance. That's what the sun does every day. So give thanks to my son without delay. It's there for a reason and a purpose.
I miss the sun. I'm looking forward to the sun. Mary McDonald Swindell is watching the program with her husband. Hello, Mr. Swindell. Good brother. Take care of yourself.
And you know what's interesting? You hear more people complain, where's the sun? It's cloudy, it's rainy, it's windy. And yet still the sun never sleeps. You may not see it, but without the sun, you can forget it. There's no energy. There's no... Matter of fact, that's where static electricity comes from.
That's right.
You know, that solar power. You need it. You have to have it. So people take for granted because they don't see it. They think, well, you know, it's cold out, whatever the case may be. You complain about everything.
Yeah. But the sun is there.
The sun is there.
That's beautiful. And again, Ron, it's just so sad. We take so much for granted. Even the snow. The snow has a purpose for the snow. There's a purpose for the rain. There's a purpose for the sun. There's a purpose for the moonlight.
I just want to ensure, because, again, I just want to show you this. This book right here, okay? Blacks First. Black First. It's thick. Right here.
We have a lot of thirst.
It's all of your history. The history that they're going to take out your school.
That's right. That's
But
right.
I was able to capture the moment to get this book before they took my history out their school.
Yes.
But long as I'm sitting here and breathing, the history is inside of me.
Right. And
What about you?
brother? What is the subtitle for that book? I want you to look at the front part. Listen to the subtitle for this book.
Groundbreaking events in African American history.
Groundbreaking events in our history, our story.
And this goes way back in the 1700s, 1800s, up
What?
until now, present. Even now, President Obama's in here. But the point is,
Oh, wow.
there is so much to dialogue to learn about. There's no such thing. A conversation. You're writing something. You're thinking about something. You're sharing something. Music is lit. No matter how you look at it, it's history, his story, her story, no matter how you look at it.
Right.
So I just wanted to introduce that because, again, it's a lot of book, but there's always something to talk about, always something to produce, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, and that's why we're so happy to come to you on Thursday and Sunday and bring you our story, all the things that we've done, all the things that we're doing, and all the things that we will do. So again, they can try to take it away, but it's not going to happen because so many things are coming out of our black culture. And so that's why, we share books like what my brother shared with you. He just shared the poetry that is for our mind, our body, and our spirit.
I read this because, again, as we move into Women's March,
Yes.
and, it's interesting how these days and times have been set aside and each and every person or cultural group want to celebrate that moment. Every single day that you are living and breathing is Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, to say I love you, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
But those occasion comes when you want to just spruce it up and celebrate this moment based on what you have done. Your mother, your daughter, your grandkids, your aunt, your sister, no matter how you look at it. Women's Month. But see, the thing is, it's not about you today celebrating to glorify who you are today. You really want to celebrate the memories of the past, your history of your mothers and your aunts and all of them, what they've done in labor that you can't begin to imagine. You talk about it, but you don't think about it. You don't think about it, so you don't remember anything. But if you remember something because you talked about something, you listened to something, then you can bring that to life. And you can say today is the reason why I'm celebrating today because my ancestors, every single woman since the beginning of time is the reason why you celebrate Women's Month.
That's right.
Really it's supposed to be each and every day.
Every day.
They wasn't born today and died today, unless with all due respect, are stillborn.
Yeah.
But that's, again, I say that out of total respect because no one can begin to imagine in reference to a mother. This is the reason why you celebrate Women's Month, Women's Day, each and every single day.
Every day.
A mother's love for her child is unprecedented. You can't begin to imagine. And I'm going to be honest with you. Let me just say that this is me. You can hold my camera. I ain't talking about them trifling mother who just got bad attitude.
No, not that.
But I'm talking about the ones who discipline you because had not been for. Where would you be? Even Tupac, his mother, no matter what.
That's right.
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yes.
But he wrote his songs and lyrics, and just like thousands and thousands of you and I, you write about your mother. You see, and you write about black history because you are there. But let me get right into it because we got a lot. Women of black culture. Women of black culture gaze at the runway, strolling the walkway without missing a beat, showcasing who they are. Women with status are ladies with a strong inner soul, searching to move beyond the rim of society, expectations without disruption, yet still carrying a load to move beyond her territory, to bring home all that she labors for. Women of black culture, like Hannah yearning for a son, and Martha eating the crumbs from the table that fed many, carried on. Queen Esther, who rose to the top of her position today, took care of her people who labored and prayed. Ruth, who laid down at Boaz's feet, knowing that he was the one to meet her needs. Mary, who bore a male child, a Messiah named Jesus. Queen Sheba, seek wisdom, embarking on a long journey to find the one who holds the foundation of wisdom for stability to help lift her high without ever doubting the solidity of the soil she stands on. The lady who wasted no time in hesitating over a promise that she will never thirst again. A battlefield where she fights to save lives, even at the risk of losing her own, all in the determination to save another, driven by the will to believe in the promise that he will never leave, but is always present right by her side. Rivers and streams, oceans and mountains are never too high or too deep to swim. The sacrifice is the shawl she wears. Her strength is her shield of armor. As Deborah fights to lure of Gideon, who was called by God, but whose focus was to get the job done. Women of black cultures are beyond the kitchen maid, but the chef of authenticity cuisine, mastering the flavor of womanhood. From sewing, cleaning, decorating, fixing, knitting, ironing, washing, bathing, caring for the sick, laboring like the virtuous woman, yet at the end of the day, soothing in comfort, with or without the masculine arms, in a soft bubbling bath, surrounded by a cast iron tub, where the armor takes her away to another land filled with the soft fragrance of silky smooth taste, the flavor of honey. She renews her mind for another day to fulfill her mission without delay. She plans her road trips, preparing everything she needs and more, just in case someone with begging hands needs love, a smile, a hug, or a prayer to carry them on. Like Martha in the Bible, John 11, 1-44, and 12-2. She builds and cares for those in need. She is indeed a woman of black culture. Do not forget Ida B. Wells, Dorothy Heights, Fannie Lou Hamer, Betty Shabazz, Coretta Scott King, and thousands of unsung women then and now. Their voices still ring silently beyond the ring sounds never heard before. Words cannot express her sexuality, femininity, grace, softness, gentleness, loving heart, and bleeding. She is a woman indeed, regardless of shape, size, or color. She is a woman of a dying breed. Without her, life fades without a trace. The air we breathe, the rose we smell, the thirst of the soul, the spice and seasoning of cold-pressed healing, the inner cascading throughout the living cells. Make no mistake, she is a mother nature. She is a mother nature. Without her, birth will cease, and there will be no mate to carry the fruits of their labor to multiply for tomorrow's legacy. Women of black cultures are tenacious, holding the weak and carrying the strength of their arms. Black women in her season of black culture, determined to touch the hem of his garment, always fighting for her, their family freedom, saving souls, lifting one another up like Harriet Tubman, who could have saved more. She has always been a woman to me, sung by Richard Ingram. Sisters are as pure as the sunshine and the moon glitters at night. Resting for another day, she continues to carry on, a dying breed in tears, still in search of the strong fruits of a mature mate. Without him, she still carries on. A woman's mother's love is unmatched. A soulmate is required.
Woo! As black women of culture, as you, all the women out there. And again, we're going to have some powerful women in March. We're going to try to get the best that we can for you so you can learn from them, so you can be inspired by them. I really love that poem, man, because it's not only just about women now, but also women in history. And we should never forget that I even hate to talk about Black History Month or Women's History Month and that kind of thing, because we know for us it's every day, 24/7.
You know, you mourn the loss of those who, mother, grandparents, or somebody you love dearly, had passed on.
Yes, yes.
But also it's a blessing to know and understand that those who are still here.
Mm-hmm.
A mother's love, there's no words for a mother's love. I don't care how big or burly a man or son is, it's a mother's love. You hear them guys on the football field, that's my mama, don't mess with my mama. You see? And daddy could be a good daddy, but it's about mama. And so again, ladies, stop. If you hear another sister putting the brother down, always remember you are the fruits of the labor. We came through you.
That's right.
Honor, respect, and understand your history of what womanhood is.
That's right.
What does she represent?
That's right.
Yes, she's a fighter, but she also looked for strength, stability. And I'm talking about to the brother. So again, it's all about
please.
women.
Yes.
Don't act like it's all about you and you rose up to the top. No, forget it. You see, bring somebody else up. Bring those sons, the boys up. The men. Support the men, support the brothers, because you want the brothers to be the foundation of what you stand on. So no matter how you look at it, it's about a woman.
It is about a woman. And, again, I just before I go into the Mind, Body, and Book segment, I just think, because my brother has talked about it so eloquently about women, I want to go up to the voices on the wall. Right up there, in the top there, is Langston Hughes, right next to Maya Angelou, and this is from Langston Hughes, and again, it's a classic poem, and sometimes you forget just how powerful the words of Langston Hughes can be, and this is a classic poem, and again, I dedicate this to all the Black mothers, all the young mothers, the older mothers, the grandmothers, those mothers who didn't have children but really raised and inspired a generation. And so this is The Negro Mother, and this is by Langston Hughes. Children, I come back today to tell you a story of the long, dark way that I had to climb, that I had to know in order that the race might live and grow. Look at my face, dark as the night, yet shining like the sun with love's true lights. I am the child they stole from the sand 300 years ago in Africa's land. I am the dark girl who crossed the wide sea, carrying in my body the seed of the free. I am the woman who worked in the field, bringing the cotton and the corn to yield. I am the one who labored as a slave, beaten and mistreated for the work that I gave. Children sold away from me, my husband sold too. No safety, no love, no respect was I due. 300 years in the deepest south, but God put a song and a prayer in my mouth. God put a dream like steel in my soul. Now through my children, I'm reaching my goal. Now through my children, young and free, I realized the blessing denied to me. I couldn't read then, I couldn't write. I had nothing back there in the night. Sometimes the valley was filled with tears, but I kept trudging through the lonely years. Sometimes the road was hot with sun, but I had to keep on till my work was done. I had to keep on, no stopping for me. I was the seed of the coming free. I nourished the dream that nothing could smother deep in my breast, the Negro mother. I had only hope then, but now through you, dark ones of the day, my dreams must come true. All of you dark children in the world out there, remember my sweat, my pain, my despair. Remember my years, heavy with sorrow, and make those years a torch for tomorrow, making my past a road to the light. Out of the darkness, the ignorance, the night, lift high my banner out of the dust. Stand like free men, supporting my trust. Believe in the right, let none push you back. Remember this whip and the slaver's track. Remember how the strong in struggle and strife still bar you the way and deny you life. But march ever forward, breaking down bars. Look ever upward at the sun and the stars. Oh, my dark children, may my dreams and my prayers, I impel you forever up the great stairs. For I will be with you till no white brother dares keep down the children of the Negro mother. That's Langston Hughes, y'all. That bad man, a bad man with the poetry to match. And so again, we will always give honor to those people there on the wall. And again, that was one of the voices from the wall. So I want you to understand that. I want to go into some other segments of the program. I want to start with Mind, Body, and Books. And Mind, Body, and Books, again, because, today's agenda is Tupac Amaru Shakur, The Legacy. And much of his legacy and story can be found in the books I'm going to share with you right now. The first book that I want to share with you is a book written for young adults, but anybody, of course, can read this book. And the book is entitled One Nation Under a Groove, Rap Music and Its Roots. And this is by James Haskins. And again, it's a beautiful book. Again, it's brief, but it's just packed with so much information. And just reading from the inside of the book here, it says here, it's been 20 years since Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang became the first rap record to hit the charts and rock mainstream America. Now rap and hip-hop are a lifestyle, a state of mind around the world. But rap didn't just explode onto the scene in the 70s. Snoop, Missy, Puffy, and Biggie didn't appear out of nowhere. Rhyming, social commentary, and even sampling evolved from the griot tradition of West African hundreds of years ago. Work songs and spirituals, blues and jazz, Motown, reggae, and ska have all contributed to the distinct, dazzling, and definitely diggable sounds of some of the most famous and infamous rappers today. Find out how rap came to be in this up-to-the-minute record of one music's most exciting, popular, and controversial genres. So again, this is One Nation Under a Groove, Rap Music and Its Roots by James Haskin. The next book that I want to share with you is entitled Back in the Day, My Life and Times with Tupac Shakur, and written by a friend of his, Darren Keith Bassfield. And just really, it's a personal remembrance of Tupac Shakur, very insightful to his character and to who he was. Again, left us at 25 too soon, just too soon. A special book I have. And this is one of my prized possessions. I know if I sold this, I can make a lot of money, but they call this a Tupac Legacy. And in here, it has a 60-minute CD featuring rare interviews with Tupac. Again, it also has, it's like a scrapbook because it has actual reproductions of some of his work that he actually wrote in longhand, and all that's in the book. And it says here, Tupac Shakur Legacy presents the story of rap artist, political spokesman, poet, actor, writer, humanitarian, and entrepreneur, Tupac Amaru Shakur. From his early childhood in Harlem to his emergence as a young artist through the incarcerations, release with the cooperation of Tupac's family. In a scrapbook, complete with unseen family photographs, intimate stories, and remarkable reproduction of his handwritten song, lyrics, poetry, and other personal papers. Tupac Shakur Legacy tells of an extraordinary life in a gritty, hard-hitting, and often always honest. Again, this is put together by Jamal Joseph, who is a writer, director, producer, poet, activist, and educator. And so, again, this is just a beautiful presentation and a beautiful book. Wanted to continue on. And, again, it's so funny because people understand how rich rap music is. And this is a book that I want to share with you called The Anthology of Rap, edited by Adam Bradley and Andrew Du Bois. And this is from 2010. And, again, it really has all the major rap songs from a particular era and also written out so you can read this. And so tonight I'm going to read from this particular book. And again, it's so many songs that represent Tupac Shakur, but I just want to read maybe some songs that you may not be familiar with, but I'm going to read just two. And the first one is sort of a political, and the first one is a little more well known. But the first song that I like to read here is really, again, when you talk about music is lit, this is truly music, and this is truly literature because we have it in the pages of a book. And so, again, the name of this poem is Changes. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor, and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, say he's a hero. Give the crack to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on the welfare. First ship them dope and then deal them to the brothers. Give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other. It's time to fight back. That's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark. Now Huey's dead. I got love for my brothers, but they can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We got to start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of 2 distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. How can the devil take a brother if he's close to me? I love to go back to where we played as kids, but things change. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. I see no changes. All I see is racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. I wonder what it takes to make this one better place. Let's erase the wasted. Take the evil out the people. They'll be acting right, because both black and white is smoking crack tonight. And the only time we chill is when we kill each other. It takes skill to be real, time to heal each other. And although it seems heaven sent, we ain't ready to see a black president. It ain't a secret, don't conceal the fact. The penitentiary is packed and is filled with blacks. But some things will never change. Try to show another way, but you're staying in the dope game. Now tell me, what's a mother to do? Being real don't appeal to the brother in you. You got to operate the easy way. I made a G today, but you made it a sleazy way. Selling crack to the kids, I got to get paid. Well, that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. We got to make a change. It's time for us as a people to start making some changes. Let's change the way we eat. Let's change the way we live. And let's change the way we treat each other. You see, the old ways wasn't working, so it's up to us to do what we got to do to survive. And I still see no changes. Can a brother get a little peace? It's war on the streets and war in the Middle East. Instead of war on poverty, they got a war on drugs. So the police can bother me, and I ain't never did a crime I ain't have to do. But now I'm back with the facts, giving it back to you. Don't let them jack you, back you up, crack you up, and pimp smack you up. You got to learn to hold on your own. They get jealous when they see you with a mobile phone. But tell a cop they can't touch this. I don't trust this. When they try to rush, I bust this. That's the sound of my tool. You say it ain't cool. My mama didn't raise no fool. And as long as I stayed black, I got to stay strapped. And I never get to lay back because I always got to worry about the payback. Some buck that roughed up way back, coming back after all these years, rat-a-tat-tat-tat, and that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's the way it is. Oh, yeah. That's the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. And that's Tupac. And that's Changes. And the last song that I want to share in this segment of Music is Lit, a song that is very popular, very well known, dedicated to his mother. And it's so funny. We're talking about the Negro mother. And now we're going to talk about Tupac's mother. And again, it's a thing that, as we look toward March, Women's History Month, again, we're going to bring you some very special programming. But again, every day is about mothers. And this song, very popular, very well known, Dear Mama, you are appreciated. When I was young, me and my mama had beef, 17 years old, kicked out on the streets. Though back at the time, I never thought I'd see her face. Ain't a woman alive that could take my mama's place. Suspended from school and scared to go home. I was a fool with the big boys breaking all the rules. I shed tears with my baby sister. Over the years, we was poorer than the other little kids. And even though we had different daddies, the same drama, When things went wrong, we blame mama. I reminisce on the street, on the stress I caused. It was hell, hanging on my mama from a jail cell. And who think in elementary? Hey, I seen the penitentiary one day, running from the police. That's right. Mama catch me, put a whoop into my backside. And even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. I finally understand for women it ain't easy trying to raise a man. You were always committed. A poor single mother on welfare. Tell me how you did it. There's no way I can pay you back. But the plan is to show you that I understand you are appreciated. Lady, don't you know we love you? Sweet lady, dear mama, place no one above you. Sweet lady, you are appreciated. Don't you know we love you? No, ain't nobody tell us it was fair. No love from my daddy because the coward wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry because my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. They say I'm wrong and I'm heartless, but all along I was looking for a father. He was gone. Hung around with the thugs, and even though they sold drugs, they showed a young brother love. I moved out and started really hanging. I needed money on my own, so I started slanging. I ain't guilty because even though I sell rocks, it feels good putting money in your mailbox. I love paying rent when the rent's due. Hope you got the diamond necklace that I sent to you. Because when I was low, you were there for me and never left me alone because you cared for me. And I could see you coming home after work late in the kitchen trying to fix up us a hot plate. You just working with the scraps you was given. And Mama made miracles every Thanksgiving. And now the road got rough. You're alone trying to raise two bad kids on your own. And there's no way I can pay you back. But I'm planning to show you that I understand you appreciate it. Lady, don't you know we love you, sweet lady? Dear mama, place no one above you, sweet lady. You are appreciated. Don't you know we love you? Pour out some liquor and I reminisce, 'cause through the drama, I always can depend on my mama. And when it seems that I'm hopeless, you say the words that can get me back in focus. And I was sick as a little kid to keep me happy. There's no limit to things you did. And all my childhood memories are full of the sweet things that you did for me. And though I act crazy, I got to thank the Lord that you made me. There's no word that can express how I feel. You never kept a secret, always stayed real. And I appreciate how you raised me and all the extra love that you gave me. And I wish I could take the pain away and can make it. And if we can make it through the night, there's a brighter day. Everything will be all right if you hold on. It's a struggle every day. Got to roll on. And there's no way I can pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand you are appreciated. I tell you, man, Tupac, man, it's just so sad. Dina Robinson says, I'm wearing this out, but it's enviable. You know, again, just the brother, just the music, just the song, just the idea that you had a young man who was coming up through the Black Panther Party and all those influences, and not just a rapper, but a rapper with a message and a rapper with a philosophy. And so the last part of the program, we entitled this Food for Thought, and we say one nation under a groove, and we say lift a very voice. And so that means that the men and the women and the children and the parents and the grandparents and the aunts and uncles and the cousins and whatnot. I tell you, man, when we talk about community, we talk about reunion. And so we bring this program to you because, again, we're trying to build a community. And that's why when we come to you, we always come with something new, something fresh, because we want to tell you that, show you that we appreciate you. And so, Ron, I tell you, man, this is moving so fast. We're almost to the end, but we're not quite to the end because we got some more for you.
Yeah, we're going to come live soon. We're working on it. So this week we're going to have a big audience, and we expect all of y'all to be there, okay? Right. The front row is for yours. Don't let me see no front seat empty now. I'm talking about you couldn't make it. So you have advance notice, no matter how you look at it. So once the day and time and date comes to you, you better be ready, standing at the door. Just like the lady that I respect beyond comprehension is that the one who was the first one in line for Nelson Mandela. She walked 50 miles in Africa in the pure dark. Okay, through the safari, but she made sure she was the first one. So you make sure you're the first one. I just like to also, in two things in short. And I want to come back to the book of this, okay? The author
Black first.
who put this together is a woman, a sister. And so I just like to read the short bio, because again, we're moving into an early stage, the beginning, the intro to Women's Month. About the author. Born in Greensboro, North Carolina, Jessie Carney Smith is a noted author, biographer, and Black Studies scholar. She is William and Camilla Cosby's professor in the humanities at Fisk University in Nashville, where she also serves as the university's librarian. Dr. Smith was educated at North Carolina A&T State University, Michigan State University, Vanderbilt University, and the University of Illinois. Her work includes Black Heroes, published by Visible Ink. Press, as well as notable Black American women, book 1, 2, and 3, and notable Black American men. Among Dr. Smith's numerous awards are the 1992 National Women's Book Association Award, the Candace Award for Excellence in Education, and Sage Magazine Anna J. Cooper Award for her published works on African American women. You see, she incorporated both, but here is both. But it's about women.
That's right.
But it's not about women, but it's a foundation of women, the notoriety of women. You have to know who you are, and the only way you do that is to understand who you are, where you come from.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. We all have male or female. There's a lot of brothers, a lot of men raise their kids,
right.
girls and whatnot.
That's true.
I did it.
Yeah.
But I don't hate women. I don't dislike. I won't even get in a conversation, of argument.
That, yeah.
But if we can't have a dialogue, art of conversation, mature conversation, you defeat the whole purpose. Women, I'm talking to the women who always pointing the finger. All those men, no. You support the brother because you can't understand what he's going through or been through. Just like on the outside, he's trying to understand what you're going through and been through. So that's the importance of why we should come here and come together.
Dina Robinson says, love your podcast, Terry Benjamin and Ronald McCray. Blessings to you both. Thank you, Dina. Dina Robinson, another one of our day ones. And thank you, Dina, for your continued support. Appreciate it.
I just also want to read this. This is 1971. WABC TV news reporter Melba Tolliver.
Yeah, I remember her.
1939. Caused a stir when she changed her hair from straightened to natural, becoming the first Black woman news reporter to do so. She was assigned to cover the White House wedding of Tricia Nixon. The summer studio executive described her appearance as less attractive and warned her that she could not appear on air until she changed her hairstyle. She refused, and after public pressure because of the mandate, the station relented. Tolliver was born in Rome, Georgia, and moved to New York after completing high school. She graduated in 1959 from New York University Bellevue School of Nursing and became an operating nurse. Wow. She left nursing in 1967 and became a secretary and assistant at ABC Network Television. She completed a training program in broadcast journalism, including study at New York's University School of Journalism. She became a television news reporter. And it was that. And so here...
Melba Tolliver, remember her name.
Right.
Wow.
And that was back then, 1971, and they wanted her to change from a natural back to straighten to look like the system, and that's what you deal with today. You know, the thing is, be who you were born to be. Yes. Be natural. Well, hey, walk with grace. We talk about this. We read stuff like this from the Bible. You walk with grace, who you are. Stop being something that you're not. showcasing something that's not even part of you. Artificial stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
You see, you're spending your money on artificial stuff that's not you, and you're repeating yourself. Walk with grace. Step like you know who you are. And that's what draws people to you. That's what draws the attention to the stability of a woman, the love of a woman, a mother's love. The brother right here just read, Tupac, he wrote about that.
That's right, dear mama.
All of us, we have memories of. And we see those who are in the hospital, in the nursing home. Care for those, even though you may not be related to them, but care for them. Stop by a nursing home, just pray and say something. Smile to somebody in a nursing home or a hospital. You'd be surprised that they are lonely, isolated, just like a child who was abandoned by somebody. Lost in the wilderness, no matter how you look at it. It's your duty, our duty, responsibility to come together as one to do what we need to do for who we are in our black culture. That's what's important.
The saying, it takes a village to raise a child. And I do believe that, because I know when I was coming up in the 50s, man, everybody in your neighborhood looked out for you. I could go across town and do something wrong and be corrected by someone who knows my mother. And by the time I get home, I get another beating because I embarrassed my mother. See, back in the day, we had what they call shame. Unfortunately, people don't seem to have that anymore. They don't. A lot of people don't have shame. They don't have pride. But these are things that we built our value on. I remember the mothers, especially on Sunday, going to church with their hats and their and what we call our Sunday best. It's so funny. Even to this day, I know you can go to church dressed casually, but I can't go to church in jeans and a T-shirt. I can't do it. Even if I did have a jeans and T-shirt, I would have to have a jacket. But I remember back in the day, women went to church and they couldn't even wear pants to church. They had to wear a skirt or a dress. And I'm not saying we should go back to the old days, but there's some values. There's some values in those old days that we really need to have within us today. So again, looking forward to a great Women's History Month. If you have ideas for programming, please DM me. Let me know who you would like to see, what you would like to see, and what you would like us to talk about.
It's so important. It's about how you carry yourself. Yes. Nobody's saying what you wear is not appropriate, but you listen to the voices of the past, your mother. Your father said, girl, you ain't going here looking like this.
Not like that.
Your mother said to the son, boy, you better get yourself together and smell like you somebody because you represent me.
That's right. That's right.
But you can't do that unless you are somebody.
That's right.
A child gets mad at the parent because the parent either they're not carrying themselves right, they trifling, they're mad about something, and they telling you, get the hell out the house. I don't care what you do going out there. But we're not talking about that kind of attitude. We're not talking about that kind of environment. Just like the brother said, it was somebody who cared about the kids that was out in the street. Right. You didn't see them. Only thing you heard is either a voice or slapping. And so you didn't hear the slapping, but you felt the slapping.
Whoa, whatever.
It's like, what did I do? Don't worry about what you did.
And we were talking about the sisters who couldn't wear pants in church, and Dina Robinson reminds me, and they couldn't go sleeveless. They couldn't show their arms. We had modesty back there. We were modest.
And see this picture. These are mothers. These are aunts and grandmothers. These are women of status. They came together. They're not old. They're not frail. But they are grace. They have prayers in them. Right. They cook, they clean, they sew, they knit, they care for you. Just like we read in the poems and whatnot. They were there. This is the ones you honor today. Right. And tomorrow, for tomorrow.
They were there.
This is who you are. Because you are, and hopefully and prayerfully that the kids will see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Let me read this one. I know we got a couple minutes, but I just want to read this and get out of the way. Rising voice of water. The rising voice of water speaks in multiple images of sounds, language, tune, and vibration, beyond the ears, to be heard and listened to, unknown to humankind. Yet nature spells out all the decoded and unfamiliar notes created by a higher power beyond the universe. All of life's form resides at the water to replenish themselves from holding conversations for long periods to soothing the soul, even crying out to the Lord for grace and mercy to relieve the pain of despair, sadness, and loneliness. Bathed at the front, near puddles, streams, rivers, lakes, and oceans. The sound rises higher than the clouds can hold. Water carries the life of the background. People dance at the water edge, near the washing, moving the unimaginable sorrow into an atmosphere where mysteries and unexpected dialects are written. On the walls as tears rise from the love and comfort water gives. Water is the main source of survival. Cry, yearn, and blame. Every sound is washed away in the flow of water, leaving only memories to live by and live for. Relationships, good, bad, or indifferent, toss all anger to joy. Capturing the written and unwritten stories, novels, even poetry, for the music is lit by the artist who forgot tomorrow was left in yesterday's song. Water is a soul healer. Without it, Death Valley days are doomed, except for the cactus and tumbleweeds drifting in a spiral, chasing the day near undone. Before new relief rescues the last breath of decay and sorrow. The cry that echoes through the air rings with such piercing pain, bending the knees. The burden cries for mercy, and the dying, agonizing disability pleads no more. Suffering is the hardest mindset to comprehend, beyond any foreign imagination. Even the delusional state hides from the unpleasant change required to survive. Water is a source that knows everything. The universe whispers into it. If water could just send a small sound or word to unravel what it reveals, life would be altered and souls would beg for mercy and ask for forgiveness. Reap not scroll is just a reminder before the day is done. You know, it's so important as we continue to close this moment of this show, moving into tomorrow's for next week and your day. Always remember who you are, what you want to be, and cultivate the flowers within. Cultivate a soul, you and I, all around, no matter how you look at it. So with that, always continue to have a blessed and great evening.
And this has been Poetically Speaking with yours truly, Terry Benjamin and Ronald C. McCray. We come to you on Thursday from 6 to 7 and Sunday from 5 to 6. This is a place for the spoken word. This is also a place for you to grow in your mind and body and spirits. And so we come to you with today's agenda, the quote of the day, mind, body, and books. Music is lit. And food for thought. Again, we're trying to build a community, so again, we really appreciate you. And reach out to me before the show so we can put you in the VIP lounge. Thank you, and good night.